desired outcome as a goal, which is wholehearted experience, and to think better, feel better, being better for conscious creation by learning healthy way of thinking, unhealthy way of thinking, so that we can use our personal power to choose for better alignment for each day living. And I'm using this card deck, Mind Body Makeover card, provided by Dr. Mona Lisa, who is a neuropsychiatrist. And she shares about her work as a physician and neuroscientist. And then also she's expert for Eastern modality like acupuncture. So the mix of science and East energy, and that really helped me understanding this both end, and to get some new ideas and be reminded for our human system. The brain is rewirable. So the first is to getting to learn more about ourselves, the way we think based on how we perceive. That perception is unique to each one of us. And that is, hi Mel, happy new week. That is influenced by childhood environment. So it's a good idea to learn and updating ourselves. And then, oh, thank you for the heart. To find the unhealthy one and for healthy one, a healthy one, and get going with building the muscle stronger. Happy Monday for boosting self empowering way of creating the life. So personally, at my end, is like over the weekend, I feel like a very heavy energy, and then especially like even if you're minimizing the information that we are getting from worldwide as in a collective, it's so depressing. So I'm just redirecting, but it's pretty hard. So hope you are having a wonderful weekend and starting a new week. And this is the reminder for all of us this week. That is, oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. The reminder card for all of us as in a collective this week is a healthy body. Healthy body. The second energy center, Sakura chakra, color orangey. I think it's timely for me actually. That's the 101 relationship, intimate relationship, partnership, any kind of that two people, creative, and then creativity, sexuality, and money. Then emotion, pleasure center. That's what the energy center. In conjunction with the body, literally the body is located at high Sonia, located in the stomach, lower stomach, and then also the lower back. So that area and organ related to this particular second energy center. So unhealthy thought is my hormones are not stable. My lower back is my weakness. That's unhealthy thought. The healthy thought is my relationships are true partnerships. I give as much as I get back. I am able to give birth to my creativity in a way in which I get a healthy level of recognition and compensation. Interesting. So let's check what Dr. Mona Lisa needs to add on this healthy body. So when these relationships and also creativity in aligned to unhealthy way, and then our body get alert on the lower back, and then also the stomach, and the hormone balance is unstable. So and then it's money related, so the work we provide and getting energy back in currency, that is also the creativity and healthy way is to balance it out. So let's check what Dr. Mona Lisa needs to add on this. Healthy body, 83, 83. Okay. Oh, this is very long. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Mel. Okay, so the health of our reproductive tract, lower back, or any other organ in the hip area is influenced by second emotional center, concerns one-on-one relationship, sexual relationship, money and finance, and creativity. Creativity. If we have unhealthy thoughts and feeling about our relationships, finances, and creativity, we are more likely to have concern with the following health problems: PMS, menopause, or postpartum mood. It's very long though. Concerns, prostate, testicular, impotence, or other male reproductive issue, vaginismus, cervical dysplasia, uterine fibroids, endometriosis, problems with pregnancy and infertility, and lower back pain and hip disorder. Huh. It's very specific. And then I think it's very spot on about this center, um, through my personal experience, actually. So, if we have unresolved sadness, anger, fear, and anxiety about relationships, creativity, and finances, we're more likely to suffer physically with problems with reproductive organs and lower back. Isn't this interesting? When it comes to relationships, it's important to know when we should rely or depend on our partner or when to be independent. This is always a challenging lessons for me. The balance is sort of like my life lessons, my personally. So I realized that my physical body, the joint supposed to be disconnected to make a balance. That one part of my body is connected, so it's the balance is unbalanced. I was born like that way. Obviously, that's the life lessons I. So the balance is always needed. And then 101 relationship, second energy center, the hip joint in case of mine. So it's like literally I'm a example of born like the lessons on the second chakra. So okay, so we need to have a proper. When it comes to relationship, it know that we should rely on it. For the health of the organs in a second emotional center, we need to have the appropriate balance of give and take. Give and take. In every partnership in our lives. In times of disagreement, we need to learn to be assertive and when to submit to the other person's wishes. This is a very challenging lesson. So I mean, it's always a difficult lessons, but one of those, really learning lessons for me personally. When it comes to creativity, money, and finances, the health of a pelvic requires that we have the proper balance of actively pursuing our goals and learning when to passively wait for things to come to us. Mm. So create and then let the universe bring in. This is a very good reminder. To perform a mind body makeover, this is this deck. Um, on a female or male reproductive or sex organs or lower back or hip region, we need to read and study the specific thought patterns in the second card of every suit in this deck. By rewiring our feelings and thoughts about relationships, money, and creativity, we will improve the health of our second emotional center. So, vice versa, that when we change the way we think, associating that particular physical body area, and then that enhance. And however, when we have issue on a physical body in that area and have surgery, for example, and then not paying attention to the way of thinking to better alignment, healthy alignment. And then the similar pattern is going to be back onto a physical body unless we resonate to the healthy alignment because it's energy. Thought is energy, and then the particular way relating to these, what Dr. Mona Lisa says, a one-on-one relationship and money is in creativity, and then, see and so give and take, balancing out in a healthy way. And then our body is alerting, hey, you get the lessons to, take it and learning and master it, at least open to that, to, to take it and become a better experiencer of your balanced beingness in a healthy way. So that's a good sign from the physical body also, and then also the way that unhealthy pattern is showing up in the relationship 101, finances and creativity and so forth. So yeah, again, my personal experience that I was born in that way. The hip joint is supposed to be disconnected, but it's connected. So always standing in balance. And I was taught that uniqueness when I was in 30 something. So until then, I've been pointed out like your balance is weird when I was taking the ballet lessons, and then one part of my legs are not so equal to the, the way that I was able to do it on the other side. And then teachers and everybody says like, well, human body is not symmetrically perfect. That's true. But in case of me, it's like my bone was disconnected in a unique way. So by knowing that as an it's such a healing that, gee, so it's not my fault. I was not working hard enough to do the things in a way that is supposed you can do it, but accepting as is. And then I learned a way to paying attention and how am I able to make balance out of it. That's a good beginning. So the awareness heals. So as the second energy center balance, you know, second chakra, relationship, partnership, finances, and emotion. Emotion is also located in that center. So emotionally charged and making balance out of it. It is very, and then the water side, myself is a Cancerian. So it's a good reminder, and then it really the energy center that deserve my attentions and lessons. And I took lots of lessons from there in the relationships and finances and also physical body. It's all related. So this week's reminder is second chakra, healing, healthy body. That's so funny that I was having a strange feeling on my stomach. It's the second energy center. I was like, is this perhaps the pain from the old incision side? That's what I was thinking. So maybe good to pay attention for the balance. Healthy thought affirmation is my relationships are true partnership. I give as much as I get back. I am able to give birth to my creativity in a way in which I get a healthy level of recognition and compensation. So while I was reading this, the thought popping up is like, well, if this relationship is in the career or work area, then in the business field that there is no deserving, you got to negotiate. you know that's people kind of misunderstood that, hey, you've been doing so much work and then you deserve to have that. No, you've got to negotiate that. That's what the business field is. However, that in our other areas outside of career building, the work and give and take, it's depending on the way we relate to the world around us. And we never know until the other person mentioned or say something. And that is the only way that opportunity we are giving others, that who you are, what you need. And then back into that, what we truly need to speak out. Sometimes it's really need a courage, like to close to the heart of the matter, and then it really hard to speak out. And think about that. You really love some particular person, and then you want to show the respect, lover or mentor, whoever that you really admire that person, and then you want to open up and speak out, and then voice shakes really, like true voice really shakes in that moment. You know that this is precious to me somehow. you know that is the truth, and then that requires courage, and we got to overcome. And sometimes it is good, sometimes it's like, well, not ready for that. So um the balance, give and take, and speaking out, that's a good reminder and practice, that when we think this is unbalanced, like I am too receiving or too giving, um and then that's a good time to ask for a support to do that for your any kind of relatedness. Does that make sense? I'm saying, okay, then unhealthy thought here is my hormones are not stable. My lower back is my weakness. That's unhealthy thought. For this week's reminder for all of us, healthy body, joint, hips, stomach, and sexual organs, reproductive organs, then that is giving us an information that, hey, maybe it's good to review the healthy way of thinking, relating in the creative sector, and the way to connect one-on-one relationship. Also the pressure. Well, thank you for connecting. Anyone who would like to pick the personal reminder card for your reminder for might be helpful for this week, please drop the number between 1 to 10 for me. I'm more than happy to pick the one and scan your energy for reminder might be useful for this week. Four for Mel. Thank you for allowing me, Mel. But today's reminder for the healthy body, the second chakra, was long information. It's but I think it's very important. And then what we've been noticing as a collective is a relationship with the neighbor, even the country's relationship, this side and this side, east and west, that balance, finding the healthy way of balancing both, it's probably a collectively also um, needing to pay attention to. Okay, for male, four. One, two, three, four. And then also for the finances, need more support for getting out of overcoming that what we've been seeing, and seems like we are thinking for the best, but lessons is becoming harder and harder. So okay, so here is for male. Healing anger. Healing anger. The first energy center, root chakra, color red, which is about feeling belong to, survival, safety, family, to rooting, be sure footing. That's what the energy center. So I share unhealthy thought first and then a healthy thought in conjunction with anger. Anger is the five human basic emotions: love, joy, fear, anger, and sadness. So angry about, that's a passionate energy, and it's needing to create something if we can use the anger energy in a useful way, or burn to destroy everything with the anger energy, because it's so powerful related to the survival, the root chakra. So unhealthy thought is, people tend to control me and make demands. That's unhealthy thought. The root chakra is also about unity. And a healthy thought is, I skillfully act on my ideas and visions, and I free myself from emotionally distracting influences. Interesting. So let me go scan your energy, Mel. Yeah, I think your energy is more digested there in this previous days, and to more coming into the shareable form related stage, you know. So it's an idea or feeling or emotion. Non-physical part is really coming down to the earthy factual reality. That's what I'm getting. So, and to give shape or form, or to bring that into earthy experience or reality, it's really tough to bring it in, to give birth to something like a seeding out, and then root is taken almost there as the new chosen way of being. So here is the anger energy, the I skillfully act on my ideas and visions, and I free myself from emotionally distracting influences, so that especially during this time that the world around us collectively is really disturbing, and then especially for empath, it's really like being sponge and influences. So it's good to be reminded that you chose already to seed it out, and then already seeded it out, and then the seed are taking the roots already. So give yourself a permission to choose that new you, taking over your beingness no matter what, and affirming that we are all with you. I'm sending a healing and empowering your new reality, you chosen by you to create the new reality for your next step. Thank you, Mel. Yes, indeed. Focus and perspective is important. You're welcome. Thank you for allowing. It's angry about the unity. This is so true that being part of the, I mean, we are in the anger energy. Okay, Sonia, three. We are being part of anger energy. Who is not going to feel angry about? I mean, the sadness, the the other side of the coin of anger is sadness because of devastated. Who the hell choosing to do that kind of thing? The being sort of ashamed being part of the humanity, like unbelievable. But that's reality at some level, and that anger energy as a collective is something like a mutual. You consciously, unconsciously, we are all being influenced by that. The worst thing compared to COVID has been 2 years is like COVID is invisible, but this one is kind of visible. So we are given very challenging lessons lately on Earth life. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Mel. I truly appreciate that. I stopped making that crane because I started the invasion before invasion start or became that obvious, our under our awareness, but we just felt very strange and needed to embody peace. Oh, my pleasure, of course. Um, but it's too disturbing lately. Like making, yeah. What we can do is to we embody peace and being healthy, and yeah, maybe I want to go back to making the crane. Thank you, origami crane for peace embodiment. Thank you, Mel, for bringing me back into that peace embodying practice. Thank you. So here is for Sonia. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here is for Sonia. The card you pick is healthy body. Healthy body. The fourth energy center, color green. Color green. It's about literally the physical body is the heart, lungs, and chest. That's the energy center, physical body, and then also love, compassion, forgiveness, and sharing, nurturing. That's the energy center. So unhealthy thought first, and then a healthy thought, and then let me go scan your energy and come up with some reminder might be helpful you this week, Sonia. Okay. Unhealthy thought is when I get upset, things go to my chest, my breast, my heart, or my lungs. That's unhealthy thought. The healthy thought is I experience and express a healthy balance of all five basic emotions, including sadness, anger, fear, love, and joy. I nurture others as I nurture myself. Okay, so the first thing, let me scan your energy, Sonia. Yes, the first thing that came to me, I like your way of balancing your feminine energy and with the smile, like very open, very reliable kind of person. That's what I sense as an energy beingness. And in conjunction with this card, that y- you're also a supporter and a giver, nurturing. And then good reminder might be this week is to nurturing yourself to by expressing so-called the negative emotion, as it says, like sadness, anger, anxiety. These are emotions supposed to be not good, but it's there's no bad energy or good energy. It's a negative energy also have a meaning to bring in some information, emotions. So that negative emotion is telling us that something is needed to change, do something for us, since the emotion is coming from us, the way we respond to the world around us or within us. So that getting that information, acknowledging it instead of ignoring it, killing that sadness, it's unhealthy. So your job might be to, when you feel anger and or sadness, and then how I'm gonna let this energy out, maybe for the singing, to let that out, anger or sadness, to watch movie and cry, let that out. No need to share with anyone if you don't want to. You may lose good friends by doing it every time you feel anger about and talking about it. I used to have that friends that, well, I said, well, you know what, don't vent over me. So you got to find a way to peacefully venting to the world around us. So enjoy something that you can let that energy out, maybe the physical or writing intellectually, to bring that energy out from your being is a good way. So and then that clear state, you can be more open and then helpful and sharing your open love and caring nurturing spirit to others. So oxygen mask first, that could be a good reminder for you this week. Again, healthy body, uh, I experience and express a healthy balance of all five basic emotions, including sadness, anger, fear, love, and joy. I nurture others as I nurture myself. So I'm sending healing to play with your emotion, including every type of emotion that's yours and that deserve your attention, to digest it for a healthy way. Thank you for allowing. So sometimes it's a facade, wearing facade with these emotions. It's you're welcome. It really unhealthy to own spirit, because I was just cheating my spirit in that way long time ago, like, oh, that's okay, and smiling face all the time, and even it's angry about. And but we know that corner of our eye know that are cheating that true feeding, and then these piles, and then be careful that the body carry to that sadness and anger with the heart, breast, and unhealthy energy is going to pile up. So it's very important to let that out and keep the healthy emotions, and to circulate that, let that back to the universe and keep the smooth flow, even including emotions. unwanting ones. Yeah. That's a good reminder. So collectively, we got second emotional center, energy center, and in the flow that we got root chakra, first energy center, and then also the heart chakra. So as an flow that one-on-one relationship, and then also being part of something, co-creating, and then also caring, balance, give and take, emotion, happy and angry. These are not good or bad. Both need to balancing out, not masking. So that's a good reminder for this week, guys. Thank you for connecting and allowing me in your experience, and also from Twitters. Thank you for leaving the heart and retweet. I truly appreciate that. And hope I'm going to check your message, Mel, on the Twitter, not the Twitter, Instagram. And we are expecting the full moon around the end of this week. So let's see what we can do to fully embody it. Thank you and blessing. And you have a wonderful day. Oh, let us take a deep breath and synchronizing our breath and connect our energy as one energy to close in here. Okay, so inhaling from the nose deeply and then exhaling and connect as one energy to close here. So let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3 now. 2, 3, and exhale. Thank you. You have a wonderful night, day, rest of the evening. I see you when I see you. Bye. Thank you, guys.